What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, it's your homie, FuturisticMike, and I'm back with another Power Book 3 Raising Kanan video. Now, this is going to be the review and recap for Power Book 3 Raising Kanan, Season 1, Episode 7. If you're a fan of Power, if you love Power, hit the like on this video. If you're new to my channel and this is the first time you're finding me, subscribe and turn on those post notifications so when I post videos on Power Book 3 Raising Kanan, you get them. Now, this was a heartbreaking episode, man. It broke my heart, and I'm sure it really broke Jukebox's heart, man. I can't believe what happened. I thought maybe Nicole was gonna get addicted to crack after she hit that blunt that Crown gave her at the showcase, but it turns out that she died. Like, damn, man, I did not see that coming that quick. Now, the title to this episode is Stay in Your Lane, and the description reads, Kanan and Marvin's side hustle goes awry. Rock seeks revenge for the attack on Scrappy. Jukebox suffers a devastating blow. Now, it was a solid episode. I think it was good. I just did not enjoy that ending at all, man. It had my mouth wide open. It had me shocked. You know, my jaw was dropped to the floor. I'm like, damn, not Nicole. No, not Nicole, because I really liked her character. I really did. But when the episode first starts, we see Rock leaving the hospital. You know, she's checking on Scrappy. And she's in the car, she's talking to Lulu on the phone. Lulu's on the payphone, and they're talking about how they're at war and they gotta handle things. So we see Lulu, and he's tracking down Warrell. Then we see Marvin sitting outside the gas station that Kanan turned him on to. You know, he's just making moves. And we see Kanan waiting outside this restaurant. Then we see somebody dropping a brown paper bag off to Marvin. It has cash in it. And then we see Lulu, he goes in the house. You know, he's trying to sneak up on Warrell while he's eating this girl out. And, you know, the girl screams, so it causes some attention. And Warrell dives to the side of the bed and he starts shooting and Lulu starts shooting. You know, Lulu has a tech. You know, he has an automatic, but he still misses him. I think he messed up, man. If he would have just shot him from far away, you know, without alerting the female, maybe he could have got him. But maybe Lulu didn't want to hit the female too, so that's why he did it that way. But he really messed up. We see Warrell running down the street. He's trying to get away. Then we see Kanan helping Rock out of the car. He's asking Rock about Scrappy. You know, Rock's telling him how Scrappy is. She said he's going to be all right, but he's pretty messed up. And Kanan feels like it's kind of his fault. You know, he says he shouldn't have stepped to Scrappy like that. And Rock says, let's go meet this girl. What's her name again? And, you know, Kanan says Davina. So they go in there and Rock sees her and she's like, damn, now I see why Kanan's walking around the house all smiling and stuff. You are beautiful. So Rock and Davina officially meet and Kanan has a surprise for his mother. He's like, look, I know you don't like surprises, but I got one for you. Symphony walks up. And Rock is not happy at all, man. She storms outside, mad as hell. She can't believe Kanan's ass. Symphony goes out there after her. And, you know, Symphony, he actually makes it right with her. You know, Rock forgives him and everything. Symphony manages to make Rock smile. And he says that he'll never get in the way of her and Kanan again. He learned his lesson. And he said he's not going to do that. And he's like, come on, man, let's go in there and have dinner with your son and his girl. And Rock ain't really too happy to hear anybody call Davina Kanan's girl. You know, Kanan is still Rock's baby boy. So she wants to protect him at all times. But, you know, he's growing up. He's going to have girlfriends and stuff. So she has to get used to it. So they go back in and they have dinner with Davina and Kanan. And everybody's happy. You know, Symphony's holding Rock's hand. And it's just a happy moment, man. It's a good dinner. And they're all having fun, bonding, smiling and stuff. Then we see them all leave the restaurant. And they're looking up at some building. And Symphony starts teaching them about the building and stuff. And Kanan's like, see, man, you're always trying to teach somebody something. And Rock says, no, leave him alone. And Kanan was just messing around. Now, they were all going to go with each other, but Kanan wants to dip on off with Davina, and Rock's like, you sure about that? Like, Kanan doesn't want to go with them. Kanan tells them to go and have a good time, and the car picks up Kanan. And Rock tells the driver that the block is hot, telling him to be careful. Now, we see Jukebox and Nicole, they're walking, And Jukebox wondering what she has to wear to this thing that they're going to. They're going to some ball, and Nicole tells her to wear whatever's comfortable. Now next we see Kanan dropping Davina off, and Davina's like, look, I heard Famous's song, and I heard what he was talking about in there. He's talking about Buck and stuff, and that ain't cool. And she keeps on thinking Kanan had something to do with it. And Kanan's like, look, that's just Famous being famous. He's talking shit. He means nothing by it. He said that's what these rappers do, man. Fake ass rappers talking about shit that they ain't never done. And the neighbor brings the baby over to Davina. She's like, look, you can't be taking care of this child. This child is not yours. Because apparently the mom is missing again. She's always missing, she's never there. And Davina has the baby, and she's getting ready to go in the house, and Kanan says, look, I'll help you. And Davina don't want no help. So Kanan says, look, Famous is not in that life. And Davina says, but you are. So she don't really know what to believe or who to trust or anything. Now, I do think Kanan is going to find out eventually that Davina ratted them out to Unique. I think that's going to come out for sure by the season finale. Now, we see Symphony and Rock, they're getting ready to get nasty and everything. They're on the couch, and Symphony says, we can slow it down. And Symphony grabs her and puts her on the counter, and he goes down on her, and we see that Symphony definitely missed Rock's ass for real. He definitely missed her in that time that she was done with his ass. Now next we see Rock, Marvin, and Lulu meet up at the apartment that's getting built. They're building the apartment. You see all the wood around and everything they need to do what they need to do. And this is when Lulu says that he missed, he didn't get Warrell. He missed them. He said he had a tech, and he said that tech suck and everything. And they're just wondering how the hell he missed, because that was a great opportunity to kill him. And Marvin's wondering why Rock ain't letting him help. Marvin said that he could have been a part of it. Now we see Juke trying something on, man. She's getting an outfit for the ball. Then we see Kanan go to see Famous. He's like, bro, I told you that shit was gonna backfire. You're talking about all that in the song, and Davina heard it. For real? And Kanan grabs him and slams him against the arcade game. And he's going off for just a minute, but then they start talking like brothers. Famous is like, man, give me a hug, man. Now next we see Kanan go into the stash, and these two dudes, Little Rob and this other dude, they're weighing up some product and stuff. And Kanan says, where's my uncle at? And they said he didn't show. So Kanan says, look, I'm cooking. And they're like, no, you ain't. Like, you're just a kid. You're in high school and you ain't running nothing. And Kanan says, look, the gas station, the candy bars, all that was my idea. So I'm cooking. I'm running things. So he sits down and gets to work. Now next, Rock meets up with Juliana, and she tells Rock where her cousin wants to meet her at. Now we see Kanan, and they're all cutting up the rock and stuff. And they're talking about how they're going to move it. They said they're going to put out some testers and stuff. Now, we see Kanan talking to Jukebox, and Jukebox says she needs somewhere to get ready. And Kanan says, don't worry about it. Get ready here. And Detective Howard pulls up on him. So he gives the crack to Jukebox, so she can stash it away for him so he doesn't get caught with it. And Detective Howard is like, why is she running away? What's up with that? And Kanan says, she just don't like you. And Howard just pulled up on him to pretty much talk to him. He's like, look, I'm telling you, me and Rock go way back. Ask her about me. You might find out some things that you're surprised by. And Kanan ain't messing with him because Rock told him not to mess with no cops, especially him. But Howard gets in the car, and Burke's like, man, what's up with you and this kid? Now we see Lil Rob passing out these testers, and these fiends are grabbing up the crack and stuff. They go to this crack house and start smoking. And, one of them dies. And then the other one grabs the stuff and starts smoking it. He dies too. Now we see Jukebox and Nicole. They're kissing, and they're at the park, and they're talking about later, the ball and everything. And they're just bonding, man, as girlfriends. I seriously love these two as a couple. It just sucks what happens later. And this right here is the start of what happens towards the end of the episode. They're chilling on the bench, and Jukebox gives Nicole something that she made for her. And then somebody says that they're selling hot pretzels, and Nicole says she loves hot pretzels, and Jukebox says, don't worry about it, I got you. So Jukebox gets up, and Nicole's getting ready to put the little tape in her bag that Jukebox gave her, and she's going in Jukebox's bag because she has something for her, like a little card or whatever. And she finds the crack that Jukebox took from Kanan, and she takes it. I have no idea why she took it. She must have really liked the feeling when Crown was smoking with her, so she wanted to feel that again. So she grabbed it, and this is gonna end badly. Now we see Marvin with Lil Rob, and they pull up on Kanan, tell him to get in the car, and they do not look happy. They go to this spot where these dudes are dead. Marvin is going off saying, yo, what the hell happened? Lil Rob snitches on Kanan. He's like, look, your nephew came in like he was running shit, and he said he was cooking. And Marvin has a lot to say. He says, people are supposed to be chasing that first high all the time. They ain't supposed to die from crack. That's the beauty of it. And he says, but you, Mr. Chef Boyardee over here, messed everything up. He's just mad as hell. And he says if Rock finds out about this, there's gonna be 2 more dead bodies, you and me. So he said Rock can never find out about this. Now we see Rock meet up with Joaquin. This is Juliana's cousin, and Rock is saying what she feels. She's saying that she's changing the game and she wants to move all this weight and stuff. And Joaquin, he's feeling her out. He's just getting to know her. And he said that he enjoyed the conversation and they'll be in touch, that he'll talk to her another time. So he probably just has to do his homework on Rock and stuff and make sure he can trust her. Now we see Nicole, she's all in her dress and she's getting ready and stuff, and her mom comes in and they're talking about the boy that Nicole is taking, because I guess she's forcing Nicole to go with the boy. And they're talking about sex and stuff, and her mom says, I just don't want you to get pregnant. And Nicole says, I can't get pregnant from lesbian sex. Her mom still doesn't want to believe that she's a lesbian, but it is what it is. She's a lesbian and her mom needs to deal with it. And then her dad comes in the room and Nicole's like, would you believe that she was telling me I could have sex with this boy I'm taking and stuff? And he's like, really? What's going on? It seems like the dad's always out of the loop. Like he never knows what's going on. Like when Nicole and Jukebox were kissing, he came in there, didn't even know what was going on at all. Like nobody ever tells him shit. Definitely seems like Nicole's mom wears the pants in the relationship. Now, we see Rock and Symphony, they just got done smashing, and Symphony has the biggest smile on his face. He definitely missed that shit, man. He missed smashing Rock because you can tell that this dude is too happy. Now, Rock is talking to him saying that Symphony, he did good by her for being there for Kanan. She said she's sorry for how she reacted, and she said Symphony would be a good dad one day. And then she's like, do you want to be a dad? And he says, I guess it depends who the mother is. And she said, well, what if it's me? She said she's not going to be wrapped up in this game forever. She has a plan and a way out and stuff, and then they'll talk about it. Now we see Lou at Lamont's diner, and he's getting some food, and Unique comes up behind him. And, Lulu turns around and Unique's like, no, I don't want no trouble. I just want to have that conversation that we had the other day. I want to finish that convo. So they go to sit down, and Warrell's sitting there looking mad too. Like he wants to pop Lou right in the diner. And Lou says that, no violence can happen in Lamont's diner. That's how it's been forever. So they sit down and they have a conversation. And Unique is just telling Lou that he wants Lou to come and work for him. And Lou's just sitting there and he's like, man, I'm flattered, for real. I'm flattered, but I have one issue. I don't get down with bitch ass niggas. So Unique, he looked like he kind of took offense to that. And then he's like, look, I'm going to apologize right now. I'm going to say sorry for what's about to happen later. Because these two families are at war, and he's pretty much saying that he's going to kill Lou. And I guess we got to wait and see. But Lou gets up, and Warrell doesn't want to let him pass. He's shocked to hear that Lou was the one that was in his house, because Lou called him a pussy eater and stuff. But he didn't want to let Lou pass, and Unique says, nah, let him pass. Now we see Jukebox in Kanan's room, and she's getting ready, man. She's looking nice. She's in her tux or whatever, and she's dancing, man, acting like she's Michael Jackson and shit. And Rock comes in, and Jukebox turns around like, oh, my bad. Kanan said I could get ready here. And Rock's like, damn, whoever you're going with is going to be happy. And that's when Juke says her name is Nicole, and, Rock is happy for her and stuff. And then they show Nicole right after this, man. It's so sad. While Jukebox is getting ready and talking to Rock all happy and stuff, we then see Nicole die in a very horrible way. She's sitting in her room, and her mom keeps on telling her to come on, and she closes the door, and she grabs her little tape player, and she puts in the tape that Jukebox made for her. She puts on her headphones, and Jukebox is singing on the track or whatever, and Nicole is so happy to hear that. Like, it really makes Nicole smile. She's blushing. She is so damn happy. She's madly in love with Jukebox, and you can tell, for real. But she gets up, and she goes over to her drawer, and she takes that blue cap with the crack in it, and she takes her bowl, and she puts some in there. She starts smoking. She's still listening to the thing from Jukebox. The minute she hits that, it's like she's high as hell. She's feeling real good at first. You can tell, like, the music gets louder, clearer, and everything. Like, she can hear all the details and stuff like that. And then she starts freaking out, man. She starts having a panic attack because I guess her heart starts beating super fast after she hit that poisonous crack that Kanan cooked up. And she starts freaking out, man. She stands up and she falls to the ground. She must have had a quick heart attack or something, because she dies right there on the spot. Like, it didn't even take that long, man. She just died instantly. And I feel so bad for Nicole. And not only Nicole, man, I feel real bad for Jukebox too. Now we see Kanan sitting on the couch, and he's holding that blue cap, and he's just sitting there thinking, because he's remembering those dudes that died off his shit. And then Rock comes and sits on the couch, and they're talking, and Kanan tells Rock about the cop that came to see him, Detective Howard, and she's like, man, you need to stay away from him. I don't want you by him or nothing. So Rock sees that, Detective Howard is trying to get closer to Kanan, and she don't like it. Now we see Jukebox outside the building. She's waiting for Nicole, man. It looks like a great time. They're having a ball, everybody's getting out of their limos, all dressed up and everything. There's lights and everything. It looks like it's gonna be a real good time. And Jukebox is sitting there waiting. And then she sits down, she's still waiting and waiting and waiting. And that's how the episode ends, man. She's just looking real sad and upset because she thinks Nicole bailed on her, but that's not the case at all, man. Nicole died. Rest in peace, Nicole. Rest in peace, White Nick. This was such a tragic episode. Rest in peace, white girl Nick, man. She did not deserve to go out like that. That was so tragic and so shitty. Like, damn, man. I can't even believe it. I thought she was just gonna get addicted to crack. I thought maybe she would become a crackhead. Her parents would blame Jukebox for her becoming a crackhead and stuff. But it turned out to be much worse than that. Like, she died off the shit. And now, Kanan is the cause of it. And Jukebox will probably find out that Kanan did this. And it might get crazy, man. But it was a solid episode. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts. Comment your thoughts down below. Keep supporting your boy. And I'll be continuing to bring y'all Power Book 3 Raising Kanan content in the future. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And smash that notification bell so you can never miss a video. If you guys want to donate to the channel, I got links below to the PayPal and Cash App accounts. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me get out of here, y'all. It's your boy FuturisticMike, and I'll talk to you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.